Welcome back to Two Sides and Many Truths, where we know there's her side, my side, and there's many truths. There's your side too. We want you to be a part of this conversation. So make sure that you let us know that you like the conversation that we're having by hitting that like button and go ahead and subscribe. Put in the comments what you think about the show. Many of you have been texting, email, and calling and say, hey, we love the topic, and it's giving you something to think about, something you've been going through, something we said that resonated with you. We love it. But go ahead and show us that love in the comment section. Okay, so what just popped in my mind
Hmm.
is asking, what's the next big thing that you're going to do? Like when I say not what you have planned, like you already know you want to expand your business. You already know you want to, change the hair color. I'm talking about something that you know is bigger than you and that's pulling on you and that's just in your gut. Your intuition is telling you you got to do it. Like, what is this next big thing? And I know what mine is, and I think you know what it is. We talk about it all the time. Is helping my nephew. Is that impossible
Yeah.
thing that when it's done, you can say that I can't believe it's over, and I know it wasn't nothing but God. I know that's so cliche, but this
Yeah.
stuff that's impossible for you to do. And can I tell you something? We've hired so many different lawyers to help my nephew
Hmm.
that I was driving the other day and I said, dang, every black lawyer that I talked to, they said the same thing. You want to know what they told me?
What?
Girl, go and live your life. Basically,
Wow. Like, let this go.
let this go. You cannot help him. He's not going to get out. Nothing's going to change. Go and live your life. They told me those words. And I'm like, they all said that. But then every
Wow.
white lawyer that we hire, and I hate to make this a black and white thing, they were, oh yeah, we can help. One who was excellent. Oh my God. He told me flat out, I don't think that we can help you. I don't think that he's gonna get out. Da 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 da. And it was bugging me. I called that man. I don't know. It was at night. I know it was dark. And I caught him on the phone. He was in his office, and I begged him. I was like, please, please. And,
Mm.
and I begged him because I was following this guy on Facebook who was a real known criminal. My nephew ain't even a criminal. He was a real known criminal and just flaunting on Facebook. And he had got in
Mm.
trouble. And he's like, hey, this is the best lawyer. You got to call him. You got to call him. And so I was like, well, I'm calling him. And so I didn't want to let this man go because people were, real criminals, real gangsters was saying like this guy is the best to get you out of trouble
Wow.
because I know they were doing something bad. And
Right.
so he said, no, I can't help it. And I was like, please, 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 if I understand, but just try.
Hmm.
He was like, well, I don't know, I'm telling you. And I was like, please, I begged him. I said, think about it. Call me back tomorrow. I'm like, I wouldn't let him say no. And he said, okay, I'll do it. And we spent, of course, thousands of money that I spent alone. We got his brother, his mom has spent money, but I know the money I spent alone, I probably could have bought me a brand new car, cash. But
Yeah.
he helped. He was we went to court, and I'll tell you, I know those of you listening, I'm leaving parts of the story. I'm gonna do a whole separate broadcast about my nephew and his story and his life and everything. But I thought about when those black lawyers told me that, and it's like I said, it's not a black and white thing, but they told me that because they know the system. They know that this black boy had no chance of being released because of the system.
Right.
That's what it was. They were like, "Girl, go and live your life." Because they know the system. They weren't telling me that to hurt my feelings or to
Right.
say, you know, we can't help you. They know the system, but something in me will not let go. And then when my mom died on my nephew's birthday. It was like she was sending a
Mm,
signal, and I heard her like, "Don't forget about Jeffrey." She was sending a signal. So now every time her birthday comes around, I think about my nephew. And
mhm.
so that that's the one big thing that I'm gonna do.
Wow. So for clarity, what's the one thing you're gonna do? What are you saying that your one thing is?
So there's this new law that we're trying to pass to help
Mhm.
inmates who have been illegally, and we say the word illegally because they're being held in prison for life, and they should be released because they are innocent. And so that's what I'm trying to do, help change this law because we have done everything we could do. We have filed all the motions and the appeals, and it's gone to the state court of Florida. And you
Wow.
yeah, we've gone to the state, and the state, say they had two words, and those two words were a legal term to basically say that we agree with the county judge. The county
Mm.
judge in my county, girl, I don't even want to say what I was just gonna say. I'm gonna hold that for my other podcast because I'm
Yeah. You're like, why did I choose
yes.
this? I chose that.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for that. Thank you.
Absolutely. I think that that's beautiful. I think that there's so many people who are spending time in prison, whether they're wrongfully convicted or not, but especially for those who are wrongly convicted, serving time. And I can imagine some of their family have said, I
Hmm.
can't fight anymore. Some of them don't have the resources to even fight anymore, or the wherewithal, the mental capabilities, the various resources. There's so many reasons why families have to step back or are forced to step back or choose to whatever decision that they make where they can't be involved in that way in the capacity that you are with your nephew. That's a blessing in itself, and I know that he is extremely grateful to have you in his corner, and the fact that you are prioritizing that's something that you're prioritizing. I think that's beautiful, and I think that your intention is what's going to bring those various resources and connection for you and for him.
Thank you.
So that's amazing. And I look forward to that journey, as you begin to share and experience things and however we can be supportive. I just say, wow, wow. I can't wait to learn more. Um, my one thing, Aretha, I don't know. I think there were two things that came to mind. So I guess I need to figure out what from those two, what's the one thing.
Well, it don't have to be
Um,
one thing. It could be two.
the next thing is to publish a book. And it's not just any book, but there's a book I've been working on for the past, I want to say, maybe I shouldn't say,
Oh, it's okay.
the past 10 years.
You're not alone. You are not alone. I'm sure somebody listening to you been saying the same thing. You are
Mm,
not alone.
oh my goodness. And so I think for me, it's just overcoming a fear that, that I feel is kind of holding me back from expressing myself in that way, in that capacity. So that's it for me, I think.
Well, this
That's
book,
enough.
this book must be very, very personal because if it's any other kind of book, it can easily be written. So this book must have some really deep parts of you that you aren't ready to share or you don't want nobody to know about right now. Is that what it is? What's stopping you for
It,
real?
it is. For real, that's what it is. And I
Mhm.
feel that a part of me is sad, where I could be, completely transparent and share everything that I want to share if I use a different name, a pen name.
Mm,
But then I feel that doing that is not being authentic to the story and to who I am and to what all of these stories represent.
mm,
So I think that by me putting it out there, it's just helping me move a step further away from that feeling and manifestation of fear,
Mm,
that I could just kind of move forward outside of that. So thank you for asking me the question because now it's out there.
mhm, mhm.
So
Yeah.
can say, where is that provocative book at?
Mm,
Um, so yeah, no, I appreciate that question. I don't
mhm.
I don't get asked that a lot or enough, I should say. But yeah, that's it.
Well, I want to encourage you to write it, even if you don't publish it, write it for yourself. It's funny you said that. I'm looking at
Mm.
my coffee table and I see a book that my aunt wrote in her late 70s, and she said the
Wow.
reason why it took her so long to publish it because she had to wait till some people were dead.
Oh, I bet because of the content, right?
Yes, and that's what I felt from you when you said that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what's the problem, girl? Because you're a writer and you'll be chat GPT and so what is the problem? And I hear you. I hear you.
Mhm.
But I say to you, just write for you. And when it's time to let the world see, then they'll see. Maybe somebody will find your diary, but write for you. And when you're ready to publish it, you can publish.
Wow. That was so profound. And whoa, that was so good because what I got from that is, yeah, right there for me, but it's nothing like, it's nothing like, just a real, raw, unfiltered conversation that I have with my daughter.
Mm,
We have those all the time. Oh my God. And so when you were saying that, I was thinking, wow, my intention is writing it for my daughter, that put a whole nother perspective on it.
mm,
Because when I think about writing for my daughter, I'm thinking about equipping her. And me thinking about equipping her, there is no fear there for me.
mm.
Because
Pow-
that's my baby.
Powerful, powerful. Wow, that's powerful. Well, then I don't
Wow.
know what's stopping you then.
Nothing now. I mean, I feel like I just opened the door that I didn't know that was shut. I mean,
Woohoo! Yay!
like, wow.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, because then there's no pressure.
No pressure. Oh my God, we just really exposed the two sides of many truths right here. You got your side, which is part fear, and then just having the conversation, we came to the truths, which are many truths. Woo.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm. 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 So I just want to ask the audience, and you feel free to leave it in the comments. What's that? It could be one big thing. It could be more than one big thing. What's that one big thing that you know that you have to do? And I want to remind you to like, comment, subscribe. We want to hear from you. And if you want us to talk about something else, let us know. But we want to tell you that this is mostly like girl talk. We just talk, and we hope that somebody gets something out of something we say,
Yeah.
or yeah. So we'll see you on the next one.